Who's he?
Kentman!
He's not important!
Okay. Hello, gamers and collectors. It's your boy Kentman, bringing you that JRPG and fan service content you deserve. And I have a small rant. A small little beef with one of my favorite franchises. And if you saw the title in the thumbnail, then you already know where this is going. And that is the Neptunia series. Now, why am I having a small rant about one of my favorite franchises of all time? When it comes to this channel, I think you guys kind of know by now, if you're a regular on this channel, the big three of this channel is Neptunia, Atelier, and Censorship. Those are my big fan service games. Of course, I love other ones like Dead or Alive and Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy VII specifically, and list goes on. But when it comes to this channel, of the games that series I specifically talk about is Neptunia, Atelier, and Censorship. When it comes to Atelier, there's no words. Atelier has been thriving so hard. Yeah, thanks to Ryza for sure. Ryza did save the franchise and get it to where it is right now. And now with Yumiya coming out, and let's just say a company, just between me and you, this is a secret just between me and you, so don't let it slip out or anything. Let's just say a company that periodically gives me games may have gave me a game early. I'm not saying I do have it, but just saying if they did, I've been playing it. And it's really good. It's so good. It's so unbelievably good. But I'll say my thoughts for when I do have that game. I'm not saying I do. Let no ninjas come out me right now. And it made me really think, like, man, why is Neptunia not on this level? Or Censorship, but Censorship is kind of in a different kind of trouble, as we all know. You know, Neptunia is the one that I need to talk about right now, because when I started loving these franchises, it was practically at the same time. Back when I played Atelier Rorona in the first Hyper Dimension game. This one, in this game, started my love for the franchise. And ever since then, I've been a huge fan of both franchises. And I've seen both of them grow at pretty much the same pace. But as time went on, one series grew more, while another franchise started to grow, but then hit a wall and steadily just stayed at the same place. And that's just kind of where the games has been. Some games are better than others. Some games are kind of mediocre at best. And some of them feels like we're still on the PS3 or we just got to the PS4. Well, again, for a game that I don't have but may have, it just blows my mind of where this series started. Well, technically it didn't start here. It started on the PS2. Well, technically PS1 with Marie. But regardless of the fact, where I started with the franchise to where it is now, and where Neptunia started and where it still is. And that's the problem. This series is still a niche series. I just bought Hyper Devotion Neptunia. And one of the things that's been happening with the Neptunia franchise is that there's been a weird thing happening with ID Factory's games where they're being censored or they're not allowed to come over to the West for some reason, because a lot of the ports of the games that's been out for a while for the Vita and PSP and stuff like that and on PC, so it's not a huge deal when it comes to the ports, but it'd be nice to play them on modern hardware, you know, like the Switch, which is a very convenient device to play these type of games. And that was the trend for a while. The Rebirth trilogy was coming to the Switch. It came to Japan first, and it's going to come over to the West and also come on Switch. Cool. Sounds easy enough. But then it got delayed. And now it's not even coming out. Supposedly, we haven't got any news or word or what's happening with the series. because it just doesn't have, so for some reason ID Factory has some type of weird thing in their games that Nintendo is just not allowing to come over to the West. I don't know why. We've been trying to figure it out, but I really don't understand it, because other games with worse content, Xenoblade Chronicles, for instance, has way more sexier stuff than Neptunia does. And that game gets passed, but that is their own franchise. But even other games that's on Steam and on Switch gets a pass all the time. So I don't understand what Neptunia or ID Factory's games is going on with it. And now with this game, along with Neptunia Riders vs. Dongos, did get a port for the Switch, but it got censored for the swimsuits, which was odd. It's so odd. And now this game is kind of in a limbo. It did come out for Japan, which is great, and I have it, as you know. You can see it, me having it. But at the same time, there's nowhere of this coming to the West. So that's why I kind of went with the Japanese version, because I didn't know if this was coming to the West, and I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did with the Rebirth trilogy, because I was going to wait for them to come out to the West, and then I was going to buy them, but that didn't end up happening. So now I don't have them on the Switch. You see my frustration? My frustration with Neptunia right now is that Neptunia is one of my favorite franchises. I love the series, I love the story, I love the characters from Neptune, Noir, Blanc, Vert. I love the dynamic that they are parodies of the console war of consoles like Sega, the Sega Neptune that never came out, from Vert being this 360, started out as just Xbox, but then verted to just Microsoft in general. Then with Noir being starting out just for the PS3, that's why it's all kind of dark and gray, evolved to just being Sony, and then of course Blanc being the Nintendo and Wii, and vice versa for all the other characters, from Uni being the PSP, and you get the point. I just love the idea about Neptunia. It's a funny series, it's a great series, they do a lot of cool things for the series, and they have so many elements to grow within the series. Now, when this game came out, which is a very high debate, if it's canon, not canon, whatever, I don't care. This game was supposed to be the game that pushed the franchise to new heights. And somehow it somewhat did that, because it got new models, character models. It has a brand new engine of how it works. And it actually has a real continuing story from the Rebirth trilogy to this game. It has like an actual good story. It's just that the gameplay just wasn't there. Now then, I don't physically have Game Aura Evolutions, or I will show that too, but the thing is, they elevated that game to being somewhat of the same level as this game, but still kind of missed the mark. It's frustrating because it feels like this franchise has made so much money at this point, I feels like, with the merchandise, the different games, and just the series itself. Maybe I'm overlooking it, maybe it doesn't make that much money and I'm just overlooking it, but because it is still a niche franchise. But the idea is that it's so frustrating that these games has not innovated to a point where they are pushing their franchise to new heights to get more people to enjoy them. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to get it, not at all. But the one thing that I just want to see is this game push the boundaries of what this series can do. I like to have some hope for Neptunia with this game particularly, which is Scar Lead Salvation. This game is the brand new Compound Heart and ID Factories brand new game coming out. It's a roguelike game with the sexy cybernetic girl, and she's trying to defeat some type of robot set infestation, whatever it is. And this shows real potential that this type of technology could lead into a new Neptunia game. It does show me that they are trying to do more innovative stuff. The one thing I just want at the end of the day is a new, innovative Neptunia game. Something that really pushes the franchise to new heights, that makes a lot of people say like, oh shit, I gotta play this game. Because the last time people really got hyped for a Neptunia game, which was this game, it made a lot of people not even enjoy the franchise. A lot of different RPG lovers and content creators writ this game off because this game was so bad to them versus all the other great JRPGs that's out there, from Final Fantasy to Yeast to Trails to many other great JRPGs that I could name in this moment that is a little bit better to play and funner than Neptunia. But I love the style of Neptunia. I love the artwork of Neptunia. I love the chemistry in the characters of Neptunia. And I buy all the merch for it. Look at this. I bought the goddamn bunny of Neptunia in her Purple Heart style. I also got Noir over there, which I don't feel like going to get, but I did unbox it before. And I buy all the stuff because I'm a fan of the series. I'm a super fan of the series, and I'm going to be a diehard of the series. And I just want to see the game innovate in the same way Atelier did. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I want to see. If you guys do agree, let me know down in the comments down below. How do you guys feel about Neptunia? Do you want the series to innovate? Do you want ID Factory to innovate? Would you even like ID Factory to sell the franchise to someone that actually could do something with it, like Gust? With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know, guys, how you feel in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. I love having a conversation with you guys about this kind of stuff, if you guys also have the same type of feeling. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, and with your help and support, I can definitely do that. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video next time. Bye me.